every heartbreak he could mend. I said I feel in misery and need just one good friend. He said he was a specialist and to leave things up to him. He poked my ribs and took my pulse, and then I saw him grin. He said, where does it hurt? Well, I'll tell you once again. When the one and only girl you love runs off with your best friend.
Mr. Hopgood.
Talk to me.
4036, Mr. Hopgood, expired.
Oh. Oh, I'm so very sorry to hear that. At what time?
11:15.
Don't you mean 12:15?
Do I?
Yes, since our ledger day begins at noon.
Noon.
Therefore, 4036 is still alive. Yes. Put a do not disturb.
Yes, I've already done it.
Good, and report he died at 12:15.
12:15.
Thus occupying the room for
another day.
Yes.
Yes.
10-4.
Thank you, sir.
Tomorrow the world.
You've been dodging me all day.
I'm a very busy man, my dear. Is it something specific?
Very. You were in the second floor linen room with Nurse Lamar.
Checking linen rooms is part of an administrator's busy day.
With Lamar? And they said you had your hand on her big fat.
It's possible. I caught her smoking in there, and I was merely pushing her out.
Fantastic. What a marvelous cop-out. And what fantastic excuse would you have given if someone had seen us in here Monday night, huh? I know. You would have said you were giving me yogi lessons and showing me some lotus petal position or something dumb.
You are about to join the ranks of the unemployed. And before you get a reference out of me, you may whistle Dixie through any orifice of your choice. 10-4. This up. A, your sister-in-law, Mrs. Manzini, needs a hysterectomy. B, she wants you to operate. And C, she wants to pay for the hysterectomy with S&H green stents.
Exactly.
Does she have any idea of how many S&H green stents this operation would take?
She has, and she's got. She was president of the Blessed Sacrament Ladies Auxiliary. They collected green stamps. They broke up over birth control, and she kept the stamps.
Apparently money she does not have.
More than you and I put together. But she's talking green stamps, yes or no?
Yes. Good. But, P.S., as you know, our customary charge for a hysterectomy is $500. We shall have to charge her $2,000 because we're taking green stamps, yes or no?
Albert, I don't understand you.
But you speak it English?
This is my sister-in-law. My wife's sister.
Yes, that's usually the way it works out.
Practically my own flesh and blood. I love her.
If you really loved her, you'd get another doctor to operate. 1,868.
Stamps?
Door slams.
What?
During my tenure here, that door has been slammed in anger 1,867 times. Yours will be the next number.
And I won't disappoint you, Hopfnagel.
So much for the medical mafia.
When I'm calling you,
Yes, Mr. Hopfingle.
For the next hour, I will not accept any calls, no exceptions whatsoever. I have some important work. 10-4.
Very well, Mr. Hopfingle.
You have not been invited into my office. Ergo, you are not here.
Hey, wait a minute. Oscar said you wanted to see me, and as long as you owe me $350, I'll stay.
It's 300, not 350, you greedy little Buddha head.
$350 with the Epstein appendectomy. If it hadn't have been for my creative white cell count, he wouldn't even be a patient here. $50 for every operation I promote. Remember? Remember?
Yes, and I remember Pearl Harbor.
So what? I remember the Alamo.
Why?
Why not? I once analyzed John Wayne's urine.
Out, Rouse.
I warn you, I'm a black belt in karate, and these hands are lethal weapons. Yashika! Minota! Nikon! What the hell is that?
Kodak Instamatic.
I want my $350.
Attention. About face. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 10-4. So much for the yellow peril. $1.25. Damn it. Gotta put more salt in the food.
Yes, sir. And then the medical association said to call you.
What? You check in here Sunday night, and Dr. Quagliomo, your brother-in-law, operates Monday.
Sounds right, Hoffman.
Hopnagel.
Whatever.
Touching. Really touching. The evidence of endless trips to supermarkets by the pious ladies of the Blessed Sacrament Auxiliary.
Uh-huh. Well, this makes us even money-wise. I mean, this covers the whole job. The cutting, the taking out, the sewing up, the other guy with the ether, everything. I don't want no bill swine at my house next month. Everything.
Yes, everything except for the $80. P.S., how do you want to pay for that, check or cash?
$80?
Sales tax.
$2,000 in stamps for a lousy $500 hysterectomy, and on top you want $80?
Well, you can't expect us to pay sales tax on your ovaries. Excuse me. Hopnagel here, talk to me.
Oh, you're in your office.
Where did you think I was?
The linen room?
State your business, please.
Patient out here insists on seeing you.
What about?
He claims somebody took his appendix out while he was asleep.
Well, naturally, he was asleep. That is routine surgical procedure. Medically, it's called anesthesia. 10-4.
Shove your hysterectomy. I'm going to get me a color TV.
Mrs. Mazzini, please.
I told Miss Epstein...
Somebody took out my appendix. Why? Why?
For green stamps.
Mrs. Mazzini, please. Mr. Epstein, I will not be shouted at. If you have something to say to me, say it quietly, please.
I'm suing this stump.
$1,890, $1,891. Mrs. Mazzini, believe me, I have no ethnic prejudice, but his kind, they're so pushy, so pushy. Back in a moment. Don't go away. We can't go on meeting like this, darling.
What?
Look, your appendix is out. Whatever we say from here on in is after the fact. I mean, we can't put it back in, can we?
They shouldn't have taken it out.
Look, try and look at it this way. In a couple of days, you're going to be as good as new, better. You're never going to have any more trouble with your appendix. See, it's just one more little thing that can't go wrong. Besides, what's wrong with a 2 or 3 week rest away from the old grindstone? What's your health insurance? Blue Cross, Blue Shield?
I don't have health insurance.
You do now. I just enrolled you, retroactive. Miss Gilligan.
You could do that?
For my friends, yes. How do you like our food here?
I don't.
That's what I thought.
Yes, sir.
Put Mr. Epstein on high-protein therapy. Steaks, chops, roast beef, shrimp, rockford salad. Anything you want, just order it. $20 extra per diem. It's all on Blue Cross. Retroactive.
No fancy wines?
Every night, a bottle of cold beer, courtesy Al Hopnagel. I want our Mr. Epstein to have the best.
Yes, Mr. Hopnagel.
Anything else on your mind?
I guess not.
You guess? Epstein, it's a real bargain. You people never pass up bargains, do you?
Who does?
Well, see you in church. In a manner of speaking. Epstein, room 4029. I want a list of his phone calls, please.
He's talked to the district attorney, the Better Business Bureau, the Medical Association, and the Hospital Commission.
Right.
Yes.
This is Epstein.
Did you find anything on that Hopnagel yet?
This damn day's shaping up lousy. Good morning, Oscar. How are you?
Fine, thank you, sir.
Your wife, your several children,
Oh, well, sir.
your heavily mortgaged house, and as yet unpaid-for car. And your job here at Vista View, where as administrator I can hire and fire at my own convenience. How much did Epstein bribe you to phone Nishimoto and tell him that I wanted to see him, so that when he left his laboratory, you could steal the chart on which the white count was changed from 11,000 to 5,500, thus causing Dr. Zerny embarrassment, anxiety, and a possible suit for malpractice. $100?
No, sir. It was nowhere near that much.
80, 70, 50, 60. For shame, Oscar. You could be bribed for less than $50. How much less? 40, 30?
What's the difference?
My half.
What?
25. Do I hear 25? 25?
20.
20? Where's my half? I want half of 20.
10?
10. 10 is half of 20 in any language. Let me have that. Oscar?
Yes, sir.
Try to be a team player, huh? So much for black power.
Expecting any firemen today?
Jealousy, my dear, is a terrible emotion. You realize you could have gotten me fired? Then where would we be?
We?
Yes, you and I equals we. How can a family possibly plan its future with a husband unemployed?
Family? Husband? Albert, are you proposing?
One moment. It's time for official sunset.
Albert, are you proposing?
I believe I expressed my feelings very clearly in my office last week.
Oh, you mean when we were on the couch in the lotus petal position?
I would have expressed myself rather differently in the presence of the flag, but yes.
I remember the word love.
Which I meant sincerely.
But I said it.
Let me put it this way, Alice. I want you to prepare a letter of resignation.
For whom?
For you, Bright Eyes. Let us say that for personal reasons, our lovely devoted Miss Alice Gilligan will no longer be working here at Vista View.
Are you or are you not proposing?
Alice, my dear, I know that you're only joking. But try to remember we're a team now, right?
Right. Hey, for a fellow who just proposed, you're not exactly on fire, are you?
You're completely wrong, Alice. I am aflame with your loveliness. It's just that my ardors are being somewhat dampened by that damned Epstein. He's a spy for the hospital commission.
I never did like him.
He's trying to trap me. Your husband to be and the father of your children to be. Alice?
You just can't trust anybody these days.
Find out just how much he knows. And if it's too much...
Don't worry. I'll pump him.
Good. But first, find out how much he knows.
What?
Oh, what's this one, huh?